What do you do? I guess that's how that works. How you going? How you doing? Yada yada yada. You know, keep my hat up. Apparently, we don't want any more angry people today for over the verbiage in my hat. I don't know, but I went to the store, got me some doggo food, some kitty food, some human food. Found me a new interesting background for the chat, for fun. I think that works out pretty good. Mm-hmm. So, figure we'll wait for some more people, and then we're gonna do it good. I gotta really probably wash my arms for my stream. I just wash my arms though. Farming's a dirty job. Every time I turn around, I'm doing something dirty. Mm-hmm. So, I think that's how that works. Oh, I should have stopped him. I was going to ask him a question. Maybe when I hear him again. I'm not live streaming. I'll get him eventually. You know. It is what it is, and it is what it isn't. But I do need to get it. I do need to stop him and ask him a question about some things. No. Eventually. Eventually. No, that's bright. I don't want to do that. We don't need no skylights. So, what's going on? What's going on? Oh. Oh, so much better. Snap, crackly, pumpy, pop pops. Mm-hmm. Oh man, what an exciting day! I kind of like this green screen. Kind of gives the whole mountainous kind of. Who's looking out my window? You know what I mean? Hmm. Thank God for green screens. Well, we'd totally be lost in this world. No. Oh, I hope my volume's working. I hate when that happens. When you just right light. There we go. Perfect. Now we got right light and up touch and Scooby Dooby Doob and Yabbity Yabby Yibbity. Oh, I was gonna go on much later. Hey, Ash, how you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. So, no, I was gonna go on much later, but I was like, man, I'm bored. After I got back from the store, I was like, and I missed all you people, so I figured I'd come and hang out with all you people. Get the gang back together. Just have a yaddy daddy. But we are still working on things. New background though. I like the new background. Everybody like the new background? That was my. Of course, I figured it'd be like pushed more further back, but what do you do? I don't know. It was worth a shot. But a window with a pine with some. Oh, I think those are Douglas firs or dogwoods. I think it's Douglas fir. Mm-hmm. But I'll bring the tool room back eventually, but not today. Well, maybe later I'll bring the tool room. Or I'm just gonna keep going with screens till I find what I like the best. Mm-hmm. So, what's your day? How's your day going, Est? How's your day going? Day going pretty good? Mm-hmm. My day's going exciting. Already had one live stream today. Mm-hmm. Kind of lost control of it there for a mile. Why's your day bad? Why's your day bad, dude? You want to talk about it? I'm here for you. If you want to talk about why your day is bad. Sometimes Grumpy has some insights. Sometimes I just talk out my butt. Sometimes we work things out. Sometimes we don't. Mm-hmm. But we try to be here for people here at Grumpy's Hangout, as best as we can. My girlfriend's not talking to me, and I didn't hit the gym today. Well, the best thing to do if a girlfriend's not talking to you? Don't blow her phone up. Just, Let her be. I'm telling you, just let her be. You know, she'll come around. She'll be like, well, but she's testing you. You know, so she's testing your ass. So just walk away from your phone and just, you know, when she does text you, you know, don't just like automatically, oh hey baby, you know, just let her think that you're mad at her, like, even though you're not really mad at her, but you know, just kind of give it a momentary on that one. You know, good advice. It is, because right now she's testing you if she's not talking to you. So, or she's extremely busy, or she broke her phone, or you know, there could be multiple reasons, but you know, or her parents took her phone away, depending on how old your girlfriend is. You know, or she didn't pay her phone bill. If she does text you though, no, she's mad at me. Oh, well then, you know, just turn your phone off. Well, don't turn your phone off right now because I'm sure you're watching my live stream. But you know, just USA, you know, breathe in, breathe out, Hakuna Matata. She'll text you eventually. It might not be the most prettiest thing in the world, but she'll text you. Unless you've done something extremely stupid, then you know that's probably your bad. But you know. But yeah, that's normally the best strategy though. You know, if she's mad at you, don't get mad at her. You know, just let her have her space, let her have her time, and let her work it out. Let her work it out with her girly friends. You know, you'll probably end up being the horrible monster at the end. But yeah, just say whatever, just boop, right? Just you can't win a lose scenario. You kind of just gotta, oh, what the hell? Oh, that's annoying as hell. Welcome in. Hi, everybody. Hold on, I'm trying to do some things. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you wouldn't mind. Trying to get 200. We need 13 more to go for Sunday. I need all you gracious people to help me hit my 200 mark, and much appreciated. Great love. So that'd be my best advice, sir. You know that if she's mad at you, don't blow her phone up. Just let her be. Let her work it out. Because sometimes we men, we put our foot in our mouth and end up getting in more trouble than we really want to be in the first place. You know, but. That's the truth of the matter. Oh, old man, I need to get some Botox. Just bloop, I'm stabbing my eyes and make me look younger. I mean, I can look 20 like that. Anybody got some tape? Ooh, you know, let's try that. I got some tape. We're gonna have an experiment. Nobody make fun of me. We got some tape. We got some. If I was a girl, I'd have makeup, but you know, I'm gonna try me an experiment here and see if it works. We'll just kind of hook it there and kind of. Well, that didn't work for. It didn't work for tittle tattles. Well, you know, it kind of, you know, we're just like that, you know, just kind of blended in. You know, hold on, we're doing some cheap Cosma. Don't ask me. We're doing some cheap therapy here. We're taking away the grumpy's wrinkles. Look at that. Look at that. That could be like, oh, hey, you know, I just need some blush. And yeah, that one didn't work out too well. Ow! That hurt. It's like a Band-Aid. Just rip it off, right? Just, you know, we're gonna, maybe if we do it back here so it's more towards the hairline. Right? What do you think? Back there? All right, let's rip this piece off. Hold on. Oh, that hurt. Hold on. We're gonna. One eye is bigger than that. Well, we're working it out here, man. We're you know, we're cheap cosmic surgics here, you know. And you know, I'm trying to do this in a screen where I can't see for beans, so Look at that. All right, now if I just take my glasses, I go like this. What do you think? Can you see it? Kind of, Not look like. Yeah, that looks horrible. Well, it was worth a shot. It was fun for me. Was it fun for you? I don't know. Yeah, but you could see duct tape though, man. I was trying to make it unobvious. I was trying to because 20, 50, 20, 50. I was trying an experiment and it didn't work out. Isn't that how science works? You gotta try things out and woo, I like that, but no, it didn't work out for beans. So, no, I mean, I do got the ducker tape because you can't go anywhere without the ducker tape because that 100-mile-an-hour tape. You know, well, it's gorilla tape. It's not ducker tape. Hey, can you hit the like button for me? I think if you hit the like button, more people show up. I think that's how that works. The more likes you get, the more people show up. It's like, yeah, hello, new person coming in. Hit the like button. Just, boop, there we go. Perfect. I like you. Thank you. Appreciate it. But yeah, that was my failed experiment of the day. Tape. Apparently, you got to get that beauty tape to make things work. Maybe if I super glued it, just kind of like, boop, what do you think? Does that make me look younger? Kind of makes me look a little Asian. Probably get in trouble for that when everybody's like, I get some eyeliner, I can look like JD Vance, and I'll piss off my people. Don't talk about JD Vance. No. Oh, wear my hat backwards. I don't. I look funny with my hat backwards, dude. I mean, I'm all slabby-dubby here. What do you think? Like this? Should we do gangster? Should we go sideways? There. Interpreted. I mean, I might mess my hair up. No, come here. Oh, I could get the other one. The other one would be better for backwards. Hattie. There. Now I kind of look Jewish. There. Now we're all spittified. Now it looks like I'm wearing a do-rag. Does it kind of look like I got a do-rag on? Like I'm all gangsta. Gangsta. Yeah, there we go. Now we're all mad. We're grumpy. But now I couldn't read the chat. That was a little dark. What's happening? G Daddy? Uh, oh, how many toddlers you know that will have a beard? Right? Well, we know the tape experiment was completely failed, but guess the hat didn't work out too well either. So, what are you gonna do? So, I'm okay with it. What am I doing? I'm having fun. I was using tape and I was trying to get rid of the old man look, because girls, they use that beauty tape and they pull their face back, so kind of way the ages and all that, but it didn't work for me. So, but apparently you shouldn't use Scotch tape because it wasn't the way to do it. So. I guess I'm just stuck with old man look today. It's all right. I mean, I wish I could find my eyeballs though, because then it wouldn't really matter. Because then I could read, and then they say if you pinch yourself, you're like, burp, burp. What is your drink? It's cafe, por favor, cafe. You want some cafe? I am 44, man. I'm old. I'm a grandpa. I always put not for child appropriation, but for some reason, an under 18 comes in, and so I try to be. Yeah, you look 44. I know somebody had told me I looked 23 yesterday, so now you just broke my heart. No. That's okay. I'm a pretty shallow guy. I will forgive myself to the extent of whatever works. Mm-hmm. No, because I'm a YouTuber, I guess, and I can do that. I can forgive myself. So, ain't what? Oh no, you just chilling, Jay? Yeah, I got back from the store and I was like, ah, what the hell? Did you like Chuck Norris? Man, Chuck Norris was my dude, heavy. Chuck Norris was like my. I always wanted to be, I was like kickboxing when I was a kid. I was like, what? Ah, wow, freaking Chuck Norris, man. Chuck Norris was awesome. I was really sad when Chucky died. Not like the Chucky doll. We all wanted the Chucky doll guy because he was evil. But Chuck Norris, man, he was cool as hell. He was Chuck Norris. He was like Bruce Lee and all that, and all the famous 1980s karate dudes. You know. Oh, yeah. I think one of my best series movies. And I don't like to watch a lot of newer movies, but The Unstoppables or the Untouchables with Sylvester Stallone and all that, Bruce Willis and all that. When they brought all the '80s badasses back together, made a movie. I think that was kind of cool, just kind of give them that last hurrah, 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 That was kind of entertaining, but what do you do? No. Oh, we lost Heavy. Oh, Heavy's back. Oh, Galen's back. Oh, no. They're gone again. It's all right. So, actually, I'm not really going to say it because my counter's so off. Hey, Jaylee. Welcome back. Welcome back. How was your day, Jaylee? Get a whole bunch of homework done today? I hate homework. Homework was always extremely boring to me. Yeah, there we go. Now I'm ninja. Ninja. But maybe I need to get me some of those cool glasses, just to what'd you found? Jaylee, what'd you find? I don't know. No. I think my leading base audience right now is high school kids. Maybe I should be like a high school teacher. I don't know. I was thinking about making a kid show. You know, I'm going out to and then trying to find a potential GF. Could you please rate one of my picks online? I can do that. If you give me a like, share, and sub, I'll come check you out. That way I can find you, and I'll give you a potential of my opinion. I can do that. Big Ben. It won't be like right this second 'cause I'm in the middle of a live stream, but this is my pickup line. I know where you live. Nah, dude, that's what my pickup line is, and it works. I mean, I like to when a girl walks by, I'm like, man, I loved you in that movie, and their brain's like, what movie? What are you talking about? And you're like, the movie of You and I. It works. It twiddle pates them. It's a good pickup line. Well, well, it works for the older girls. I don't know how old you are. How old are you, Big Ben? So I mean, because I don't want to sound weird and creepy. Like, well, I'm telling this kid how to pick up girls. So that might get me into trouble, man. Because if you're under 18, you'll probably have to come up with some, you know, just tell them they're pretty and just walk up to a girl, grab her hand, says, "We're walking." You know. I never really had that problem. I had girls flirt with me, but I was a good-looking kid. Till I lost my teeth, and of course I still got. I put my fakers in, my veneers. I still get girls flirt with me, so I don't know. I can't be too ugly. So I mean, it is what it is, I guess. I mean, typically, my grandma always said the best pickup line was, was hello. Just hello, you know. Or you could go, Joey, our friends, how you doing, you know. You know, girls say I got to she asked me when I'm talking. And I say, though, when we're talking about things, what does it matter? Well, you know, if they tell you they got a boyfriend, say, that's okay. He won't be around long because I'm going to fill his shoes, you know. But don't be creepy about it, you know. Kind of be like smooth about it, you know. You kind of can't. You don't just force yourself. Women don't like when you force yourself. You kind of got to make it their idea that they like you, you know. Yeah. You know, what's the old saying? If a girl's mean to you, it means they like you or something like that. I don't know. I always thought that was kind of weird, but you know, the dating pool is a weird game, my friend. It's pretty weird. So, but you could be trying too hard too. Quit trying so hard. Just let it kind of naturally, just kind of like woo, you know. Tell a joke or something. Are you a funny guy? Do you like telling jokes, Ben? Sometimes girls like the funny guys, you know. Sometimes girls prefer the assholes. I mean, sometimes the best way to get a girlfriend is just ignore them, and they'll kind of come to you. But you know, or to kind of pique their interest. You know, somehow that'd be my best estimated guess on the situation. I'm old now, so I'm like, hey, you and I, we're doing this or not, right? That's my pickup line. That's I'm old. I mean, I see a girl, I'm like, hey, you want to do this or not? And they're like, fuck, okay, whatever, let's do it, you know, because we're old now, and flirting when you're old, it's a lot of work. Just you know, just hey, what are you doing? I don't know. You want to do it? All right, you know, let's do it. What's you know. But that's hurting my head. Let's go back to the wild hair look. Look at all that gray. I'm a frosty beast. Frosty. Here. No, we look like a beach bum. Mm-hmm. Hey, yo, what's going on, man? What's going on? Well, good. Don't forget to hit the like button. You know, because we need to get these likes up. We need to get more people excited about hitting just like bloop, leaving the hitting the old thumbs up button, going yeah, you know, maybe hit some hearts or some clown likes or some laughy giggles. I don't know, whatever fiddles your piddle, you know. Oh, was that any help, Big Ben? Yeah, no. That encouraged you any bit? Hope I helped, you know, but. I've always actually kind of been a natural flirt, but because naturally flirting is pretty simple. Salt Lake City just gave you a like, perfect, thank you, Salt Lake City. We appreciate you. I've been to Salt Lake City a few times. Used to work out of Tree Mountain for a while. Utah's a pretty state. I like all the canyons down in Utah. No. But I've been all across the U.S., Mexico, Canada. That's a pretty, you know, if you like to travel, it's a good place to travel. It'll take you, I mean, I've been doing it for 20 years, so exploring. Yeah, I figure I'll do it for another 30 more. I like exploring, you know. Of course, I got a couple islands that I want to go check out, but I'm not ready to go island hopping yet. Maybe another 5 years I'll get me a sailboat and we'll go explore the world and things. Wish you go explore? I mean, you can. Don't gotta wish. You just gotta make it happen, Captain. I mean, that's just how life works. If you want something, reach for it. If you know, don't need something, but if you're gonna do it though, I mean, if you got a dream, you gotta just work towards that goal in life. But don't treat it as a need or a want. It tends to come, comes to fruition. Fruition. Yeah, that sounds correct. That sounds right. You know. Oh, so how are all you lovely people doing today? Y'all having a good day? I'm having a fabulous day. For a grumpy old man like myself, I'm having a pretty good day. No. This weekend, though, I got to get some stuff done this weekend. I got to stop procrastinating. I'm really good at procrastinating lately since I got old. When I was younger, man, I just Johnny on the spot, but define old. I'm a grandpa. I'm old. Oh, casual, Mike. We talk no, like. Ooh. We are going to go for a walkabout because the UPS guy's here. So come with me, my friends. We shall travel in a walking ability of life and things. Because that's what we're going to do. Stay with me. We're traveling. Woo. Hey, red balloon. What's going on? I'm open. Throw it. No, just kidding.
I see you this time. No sneaking up on me.
Well, I was trying, man. But well, I think you appreciate it.
Thanks, bud. Have a good afternoon.
You too, sir.
Yep.
So, we got packages. Packages. Hey, yo, shout out to you, Miss Gate, Miss Giddy, Miss Layton. Ooh, it is bright out here. I am not a fan of the brightness. Turn on your eyes and hurt on the screen. Oh, I got my UPS guy pretty good the other day. He backed in the driveway and that was pretty funny. Grumpy young man. But no, I scared the ever living dickens out of him. It was pretty funny. It was. I wasn't even trying. That was the best part. That I wasn't trying to scare him. It was just kind of, oops, I'm sorry, So, welcome in, everybody. Good to see you. Good to see you. It was hard to read the chat with the sunshine on there when we were doing our little walkabout to the UPS guy. But, Oh, so how's you all doing today? Y'all having fun? Well, you were here. You left me. Rude. You left me. You left me hanging. Oh. Layton 80. I think that's how you say that, Layton. Did I say that right, Layton? Could be wrong. Oh, doggy. That's a pretty good walk. It's like 300 feet to the road and back. That's like 600 feet. That's like a 16th of a mile. We did a 16th of a mile pretty quickly. Not so bad for an old guy. What do you think? Huh? Oh. No? Nobody? Nothing on that one? All right. Look, I had a mobile home, though. My home traveled with me. I was homeless, and I am not. Well, I was never homeless. I've never been homeless. I can't really have a conversation about that because I don't know anything about that. We do got a lot of homeless people, though. Why do I need to restart my live? Can you not hear me? Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to believe that one or not because you fibbed me a few times before. So, I hope people can hear me. No, I know they can hear me because I was talking to the one guy and he was responding back. So I know I have sound going on. So, well, reset your live because I was talking to somebody and they were responding back. So I'm gonna say I don't know. Here, let's hit the Bloop. How about now? Maybe. Because if I've been going for 30 minutes and no, because the one guy, I was giving him advice. So, I think so. Because he didn't tell me I was quiet. And we had that lovely, yo, what's going on? What's going on? Don't forget to hit the like button. Maybe sub, because we need more subs. Is that a green screen? Oh, yeah, it's a green screen. If I got tired of looking at my car, because I like my car. I got these nice expensive leather seats in here, and they're soft and comfy. It's like, oh, but everybody was like, oh, you're in your car. What are you, a bum? Yes, I'm a bum. That's why I'm on YouTube, because I'm bumming. I'm bumming. Normally I got a tool room background, but today I figured I'd spice it up a little bit and add some pine trees. So, as I like pine trees, you know, it's part of nature, and I like nature. That's the way I look at it. So, I need my mod wherever she's at. She brings all the fancy people in. Hey, Just, what's going on, man? What's going on? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How's your day rolling? No, I'm definitely fancy. Perfect, my friend. Perfect. Can't go wrong with definitely fancy. That inherits to a really good day. I'm good, my friend. I'm good. I did a 2-hour live stream this morning. And I was sitting there and I got back from the store going, I really didn't want to do anything. I'm like, hell, I'll just come back on and chitter chat with people, see what's going on in their life, So it's kind of fun. We haven't had a few conversations with people, a couple breakups, kind of people getting in trouble. What's up, Foxy Roxy? What's going on? What's going on? Foxy Roxy, how you doing? Say that 3 times fast. That's a tongue twister. But, so slowly but surely we're trying to get our viewer base built up, get more people come in. Lori Stray, what's going on? What's going on, Laura? Well, that's cool. You should just come out of the closet and just be gay. It's 2026. Why hide? I wish the background was real. I wish the background was real too, but I live mildly in the desert farming area, and so we don't got no pretty trees, but so EP, just come out of the closet. It's 2026. Don't hide it. So that's all right. Coitus is a group that I did not know that, Laura. But thank you for letting me know. I mean, well, I can't. I live in a prairie grassland. I don't live in the desert, but I got sagebrush. Man, I'm so sick and tired of looking at sagebrush. But eventually, I'm just going to be looking at blue water because I'm going to go run away on a sailboat and just go travel and explore some islands and see the rest of the world and go meet my family's friends that I meet up here online in England and Canada and Sweden, Germany, And I'll bring it, throughout the season, further along this YouTube thing goes. I might take you along for the adventure on a sailboat. It's just get some Starlink and we'll just be like, sailing, So, it's me and the dog on a boat for weeks on end. It'd be a good time, Satellite phone, because that's how the world works. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Right, Foxy Roxy? I mean, who wants to be stuck on dry land forever? I think that's why the gods made the ocean, so we can go explore. Because if it would have been better if they would have made a whole bunch of bridges everywhere so we can just drove, but And I like flying, but have you ever tried to take a dog on an airplane? It's expensive. It costs you more to fly with a dog than it does a child. It's like dogs should be cheaper, like $10. Carry on. Yeah, dogs should be carry on. They should be like extra luggage, right? No. course, you meet a lot of those estranged people that don't like dogs. I don't trust those people. If you don't like dogs, I don't trust you because there's something wrong with you if you don't like dogs. That's kind of where I'm at with that one. I mean, it's a dog. It's like the most lovable creature on the face of the planet. It licks you, it sleeps at your feet. When you're having a bad day, it comes and tells you, hey, don't be dumb. You know, it's a dog. It has a lot of good. I agree that you don't like dogs or any kind. Right? I mean, I don't know you. I don't want to know you. I mean, just because I like animals, but you know, you should. Everybody should have at least a dog or something, or a cat, or a bird, a lizard, snake. I don't understand about the people and their little assumption with mice and rats, though. You know, I'm not a rodent person. Maybe a guinea pig, though. You know, mountain pork is okay, but I had chinchilla once. Mean little biting bastard. It cost me a fortune to buy his sand and all that. He was expensive, my chinchilla. I had a prairie dog. Chirping thing would never be quiet, though. It was. I don't recommend owning prairie dogs because they are fun. They're playful. They're like a ferret. But oh man, they are obnoxious. That's cool, Foxy Roxy. Yorkies are cute dogs. I used to have a toy Shih Tzu, and she passed away on me. Now I have a Pickles, and he's a Great Dane Pit Bull mix. He's kind of a dork. I have a few videos of him on my shorts or a couple of my live streams. He's been on the live streams with me, but I got it from an ex-girlfriend because he didn't like her husband. So, but he liked me, so we get along. He's a dog after my own heart. Because I don't like her husband either, so that's fine. I gotta say, nice. Jack Russells are good dogs. My friend had a Shar Pei, you know, the ones with the old crunchy skin. And my dad's ex-wife, she had a Chinese Crescent, you know, the bald dogs. I don't understand bald dogs. That to me, that's just weird. Dogs should have hair, but no. I'm not jealous of her husband at all. I mean, fairly, he can have her. I like the dog, so I like the dog more than I liked her. So, you know, we get along. We hang out. We go and we travel places together. You know, it's a good dog. He just sometimes he's a little high strung and he doesn't know how to behave himself in public, and so I figure he'll calm down. He's still a puppy. He's only 3, so he'll calm down eventually. You know, he'll figure it out. Maybe. We hope. That's you know. Sometimes you get dogs that are like super calm. You know, they're just like, and then you get other dogs that. What's your number one breed? My number one breed of dog? I love mutts. I mean, I got a bunch of purebreds and all that, and I think my most loyalist dog is my mutt. You know, I've owned a lot of purebred dogs over the years, but I think my mutt's been probably my most loyalist. I mean, he got my back. You know, so it's not so bad. I mean, sometimes I gotta. Man, why do I keep looking old as hell? I turned on the whole touch up and all that. Yeah, butts are cool. You know. My newest puppies, they're German Shepherd, Irish Wolfhound. They're cool. They're gonna have the long. They have the German Shepherd build, but they got the Irish Wolfhound look. You know, they got the long beards and all that. So, you know, oh, thank you, but I do look old. Thinking about Botox. I was trying to do some tape, you know, kind of hold back, you know, but it is what it is. It happens to all of us. We all get old looking. It's part of life. Well, I'm a lot older than 36, but thank you, sir. Or ma'am. It's hard to tell when people, you know, they go by nicknames, so it's hard to tell sometimes. But, Sarah, ma'am, thank you very much. I appreciate you. So, oh, yeah, we're trying to hit 200, so we're trying to live stream, and I make some funny shorts. If you like weird, crazy short streams, I make a whole bunch of crazy haha music videos and haha videos. Check it out. They're entertaining to me, I guess, but I find a lot of things funny, so I do things that humor me that I like to do. So, oh, nice creepy treat. Oh, so what are you lovely people up doing today? Just hanging out, you know? They come, they go. They're zooming through. If you're gonna swipe through, at least hit the like button when you're swiping away through. Help the channel out. No, don't just leave. I mean, hit the liker button. God, people are so rude. If you sweep in, just boop boop, and then run away. Help a fellow out, man. Right? Exactly. I don't know what you want, but okay. What's happening, Adam? What's going on? What's going on, Adam? How's your day going? Yep, yep, did it. Perfect. Thank you, Foxy Roxy. Right. When I go on somebody else's live stream, man, even if I don't like them, I still give them a like. And then I stroll through and I find something else, I give them a like. That's what I do. Did you hear about yeah, I did not hear about that. That is very, I guess, proteinally delicious if you're looking for that kind of protein. I don't know. But no, I did not hear about that. Where'd you hear about that? That's kind of entertaining, I guess. No judgment. I mean, each to their own. How big is it? I don't know. Any good? Apparently so. Just. Hey, Sheena. How you doing, Sheena? Oh, Walt Wright. What's going on, man? What's going on? Oh, man, that's funny. I'm good. Thanks for asking, Sheena. I'm gonna put my hat back on though, so because that sun is old. And what a glimpse. Want to see the Hog Brother? Sure. You got it. You can leave a picture of it on my comment section in my mainstream. I'll look at your piggy pig. Or are you talking about something more? If you're talking about your small member, no, I really don't want to see that. But you can save that for your extra activities in life. I mean, some people's children. This is when we need Yuki. Yuki, where's the Yuki? Oh, right, Foxy Roxy. Whoop whoop. So, I guess I need to be more vigilant on when I read, when people post, comment. Some people's children. Oh. Maybe we need to do a poetry class or something. To be or not to be, that is the question. Yeah. No? Maybe? Hell, I don't know. No. Oh, Walt Wright. He's kind of a pervert. Now that I kind of get what his gist of the conversation was. Weirdos on the YouTubes, man. There's always that one weirdo that they don't know what to do with themselves. They're just bored. Which I hope he knows it's kind of a crime what he's doing. That's like a 6A crime. That's like a 5-10 year federal sentence just to go and send people your nudities without, What are we going to do with today's children? Apparently we can't beat them anymore because we made laws against that. Mm-hmm. I'm not advocating for beating children. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that, old times were sometimes the old days were a lot better than new times. People were a lot more respectful and calming about things, and they didn't come on asking if you wanted to see their Peter Pecker Piper Eater. They're piddly diddlies, and the kids take away advantage of it. They so do, Roxy. They so do. They just they try though. I mean, sometimes you gotta humor them, and sometimes you don't. Sometimes you gotta really pay attention because I get some very interesting trolls on here. So sometimes I let them be, and sometimes I just let them go. That's the way it looks at. So, oh, no Sheena Hall. Never knew a Sheena Hall. I dated Sheena once, but never Sheena Hall. Oh, memories on the corner of my mind. But you ever thought about that? When you're thinking about something, an old song comes in your mind about what's that memory? That's always humorous. It's weird how how your mind will play tricks on you. It brings up old memories, and the song will it's kind of like a movie. It's kind of black screens in, and you get the whole little song playing on, kind of virtuing you out. That's always. I got a weird mind, so don't hold it against me. Welcome and welcome, Uncommon Woman. It's always good to see you, darling. It's always good to see you. Thanks for coming in. I went and checked out Mama Flips today. I like Mama Flips. Mama Flips always humors me. If y'all got a chance, go check out Mama Flips. Give her a like and a share, subscribe. Mama Flips is cool people. Yeah, go check out my buddy Mel's channel, Watching the World 77. Dude is awesome. You want some good news? Go check out Mel. That's the way to do it. But, yeah, Mama's Flip was in, well, both of them were in front of the courthouse day for P. Diddly do. But, it is what it is. No, that's funny. I'm just a small guy trying to be in a small man's world, just growing. I have a chance of doing short videos. I'm like, nice. I'll come check them out, Foxy Roxy. I'll be like, bloop, give you a like on your doggy videos. I like Mel too. Mel's good people. I like Mel. Mel is very genuine heart. He likes what he does, and he's good at it. So nice. you didn't have to. We don't judge spelling here. Sometimes I forget how to say words some days. So, but I'm old, so it's all right. Nice trees, man. Thank you. That's my blue screen. It's my green screen of the day. I normally use a tool background, but today I was like, I want something more fancy, like a beach or a mountain or something. So that's what I went with. Not really sure. It's a fir, I know. It's not a pine tree, it's a fir, though. I think it's a Douglas fir or dogwood. Not really sure. But thank you. I appreciate you. So, your grammar not. Oh no, I don't really care about all that Braydenin or whatever. I don't care. You can mispronunciate words or misspell words around me. I don't care. I am not about all that. Well, since Biden's no longer in office, I kind of choose my president that's in office, not previous presidents. But that's where that is. You remind me some of that. I know. Nice. I don't know if that's a compliment or an insult, but I'm gonna be shallow on that. I'm gonna take it as a compliment. I'm gonna accept it. You don't have to keep deleting comments. It's okay. I'm just teasing you, Foxy Roxy. How about you, Boosted? Who are you for, Trump or Biden? Because Biden's no longer president, so are you up for election? You and mayor? I thought about, actually, the small town I live in, I was going to run for mayor, but, it's okay. I did him because that was, my phone gets me all the time. I'll type out a full, dispute or fight with somebody, full argument, and my phone likes to remove words and things, so I just kind of give up on that. I'm just like, I don't care. Especially with other YouTubers, because they got to read that gibberish. I'm like, yeah, it's a win-win for me, because it'll remove punctuations and all that. And I'll have like a perfect sentence typed out, and it's like, there it goes. What would your campaign slogan be? Don't vote Democrat. Democrats are evil, and I'm here to help. That would be my slogan. Democrats are evil. If you don't believe me, read a history book. they will show you they're evil. But, so apparently some people don't believe. It's like they never read a history book, or they don't believe history, or bills or laws, or you can read laws passed for the last 200 years and evil. They're really good about lying to you. I know that one. I listen to all these, and they're like, they're going to be the way of the future. They're here to save us, but they have no solutions. They got no. Maybe the old Democrats were here to help you. These New Age Democrats, they're evil. They have no plans, no solutions. All they got is, we're going to kill the president. We're going to end the president. Well, that's not a solution. Because, we've had 47 presidents. Not all of them's been perfect. So, and blaming one man for everybody's problems, I'm sorry. That's the most insane, illogical thing I've ever heard in my life, where you're blaming one man for all your problems. Your problems were there way before the president was there. So, if you can't even fix your own problems, how can you expect one man to fix all your problems? It's just, that's kind of where I'm at with that one. Well, I lost everybody. They'll be back, or new people come back. Welcome in. Hit the like button on your way in. Even if you don't stay, at least hit the like button. Give me a little bit of love before you take off on the hiatus. It's all right. Diggity dang. So, and don't get me wrong. I have a lot of Democratic friends, but I'm just saying that sometimes you got to live in a world of reality, not make believe. That's just one, And it's not the older people. Well, some older people, it's just the younger generation. They kind of scare me. They get stuck in this world that they believe we live in, and we don't live in that world. Today's world is a lot worse, and I got a boots. All right, Foxy Roxy, it was good to see you. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate you. Come back and hang out. Well, we'll be on later today too, if you want to swing back by. But, I don't know. I have adult children, so I get it. And one is a leftist, one's a rightist, and so you kind of got to find common ground, but we're stuck in a world where everybody wants to battle and hate on each other and fight about the small potatoes and everything. It's just really weird to me to fight about small potatoes when small potatoes don't control your daily life. Kind of where I'm at on that one. That people put too much emphasis on save me, rescue me. I'm not a hero, and I don't expect my government to be my hero. I expect them to set basic common sense tax laws and infrastructure laws and allow businesses and to grow so we have more jobs and economical booms, not overtax businesses out of business and kill millions of jobs. I mean, that's just kind of, and you know you can watch it. You actually, if you're paying attention, you can watch it because I live in a blue state and Trump cut taxes. Trump made it for an economical boom, and then my blue state governor turned around and raised taxes and killed business. So we lost tens of thousands of jobs. So I did a head count 22 fire rounds, 23,000 rounds. It's going up, yo. Are you threatening to kill the president? Is that what you're doing? Because that'd be kind of silly. Somebody might report you and a bunch of nice little agents wearing black jackets and ties and sunglasses come to your front door going, ah, you're done. But, you know, there's. Would you rather have 10,000 video games stocked or guns? Um, I'd rather have a pretty woman and a bottle of rum on a sailboat, but oh, all right. Well, I'm just asking because I mean, I mean sometimes I don't really pay attention to what I'm reading. I just kind of throw it out there. I'm corn fed. All right, I get you, man. I get you. I mean, I get you. I get your point, but you know. Oh, well, I don't play video games, Braden. So probably, but there's no real point of having 10,000 guns. I mean, you only need 3 tops because unless you got the ammunition to fire, a gun's pretty much worthless, you know. I mean, you can have a stockpile of guns, but unfortunately, unless you got a dry climate area to put around your property to hide your weaponry, I mean, most of those guns probably won't fire anyways. Nice. We're talking long rifle or short or just pistol. I got a lot of long rifle, so I go target practicing, you know, because you never know where the world environment's going to go. And I'm not worried about other people around the world. We have enough of our own citizens that are nutty buddies that that are probably going to be a little outraged. I mean, we've watched cities burn and stores be robbed because people lose their emotionals and all that. And and my thought process is, if you want a better community and you want to build your community, I don't think burning down your community or robbing your stores is benefiting your community. I mean, just for a hindsight 2020 to all the young minds out there, if you want to build your community, burning it down is not the start. Nice. You must live in a red state, because I think we might got 10 boxes in my blue state at a Walmart's. If lucky. In the old days, you used to be able to order ammunition. You used to be able to come to your home, so then you didn't have to, it was a lot cheaper. Oh, all right. I have a ex-friend that lives in Clearwater. It's probably you coming to spy on me. It's all right. How you doing? How you doing? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd be funny. It's weird how many people you meet in a certain area of town. Oh, it's so beautiful and so many good-looking girls. Nice. I spent $3,000 on a lawyer to help get a good rich package. I'll be right back. Hold on. Oh, I got two boy dogs that just cannot seem to behave themselves. Oh, against felon anything crimes. Well, I've always figured if your felony wasn't a heinous crime, you know, you should, as soon as your probation over, you should automatically get your gun rights back. But you know, that's kind of where that one is. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. All right, sons of war, saying King Julian. I like to move it. I like to move it. I like King Julian. King Julian's a badass. Yeah, King Julian's a badass. Well, I mean, if he's in a red flag state, you're wrong. So, because if you've committed a red flag law, they hold it against you, even if you've committed a crime or not. So as long as that restraining order is there, he can't own a fire weapon. Well, he can own it. He can't purchase one though, depending on what states he's in, especially like in Washington. So, your Florida laws don't pertain to the rest of the world. So, if he's in a blue state with a red flag law, yeah. If you got a restraining order, you pretty much they come and they'll remove you of your firearms. Well, you can say that, but why don't you come to Washington and go get a restraining order? They will come guns deep into your home and take every damn thing you got. Illegal as hell, unconstitutional as hell, but they get away with it because our state Supreme Court allows it to happen. So, unfortunately, unless you got millions of dollars, fighting the government's kind of a losing battle. No. Because some fancy Democrat wrote a law to... that's another thing I hate about Democrats. There don't have to be children involved. Just has to be a restraining order. Well, no, I don't. Well, he said his stepdad put a restraining order against him, so that wasn't really. Don't buy too many of them. They take them without committing a crime. Someone just. Yeah, pretty much, Braden. If you've lost, I mean, you can file a injunction against the person and have the restraining order removed under false pretenses. But I mean, that's another. You got to find a judge that will believe that they lied in court and get them for de factos. But maybe, I don't know. No, but red flag laws. You know, there's certain abilities on red flag laws. Even as a conservative, I do agree with, because I mean there are some crazy wackos out there, but I think they've overreached on a lot of the abilities of them. You know, but because like when I was going through a custody battle with my last baby mama, she light her ass up, and I mean, I actually didn't fight the restraining order because I really didn't want to talk to that bitch ever again in my life. But I got it dropped on the child. But in the state red flag laws, though, they still wanted me to surrender my firearms as long as the restraining order was in place. But I had it kicked out of court like a month later because it was a bullshit restraining order. I still haven't contacted because I hate that bitch. But you know, still. In my state, though, if a safety order has been put in place, they don't want you to have firearms. So, drunk, druggy or not, it don't really matter. That's just the way the state legislation is. So, I mean, that's what good lawyers are for, though. Mm-hmm. And technically, if you have firearms and your spouse is a felon, technically you can't have them in the house. So that's kind of a catch-22 too. So even if the Adam's not the Adam. uh, Technically, depending on what biblical scriptures you read from Old Testament, New Testament, and your translation, actually, technically, Eve was there before Adam. So sometimes the Christian scriptures kind of change things, but it's really, yeah, I'm having a hearing of Judges month. I found not guilty by self-defense in court, but I still have it 10 years later impacting my career opportunities. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to let the courts fight that one out. You might be able to get it to have them alleviate down to where it's not restricting your physical rights, but you know the order might stay, but your rights might be reinstated because I mean you're way over. And if it's been 10 years and you haven't committed any more crimes, the judge might take leniency on you. Just believe that you did something out of momentary actions under duress. So that's what lawyers are for. And if your lawyer thinks that you got a good case, I mean, you got a 90% chance of getting your rights back. Because if you haven't committed any more crimes in that 10-year period, they can't say that you're a violent person. You just acted nonchalantly. Yeah, but it was because I knew someone at the DMV. I wouldn't say that too loud, man. Because the rules are getting a little bit more stricter on, especially if you go out and kill somebody and you don't know what the hell you're doing. Which, unfortunately, there's drivers out there today that went through training and still don't know how to frickin' drive. So you're welcome. So we live in a weird world. I want my pilots trained and I want my drivers trained. They say in the average driver's life in their driving career, they have a 67% chance of killing somebody within their first million miles. So you never know. Knock on wood, because those are statistics. Yeah, a lot of people like to play the victim, especially when they've caused the issue. They're like, oh. Hell, I got a story for you. Talking about that, Braden. I got a story for you. So, I was out in Pasco, Washington. I was with the first ex-wife and her boyfriend at the time. We were in the middle of separation, so it's not weird. But I made a nonchalant joke about, hey, how does your girlfriend taste? Talking to him, and oh man, this young kid in the car, him and his three buddies jumped out, and they fell down pretty fast. But they were multiple witnesses that they were the aggressor in the attack, and they still got me for disorderly conduct. And I was like, but I was just defending myself. Yeah, oh, all right, well. Are you trying to tell me that you don't know a damn thing? I got more government clearance than you'll ever have in your life, young sir. I've been around the block a few times. Oh, 44, but yeah, I appreciate you, sir. Oh, but I mean, you should have a good primary case though. I mean, if you haven't committed any crimes in 10 years and you haven't shown any signs of physical aggression, your lawyer should be able to get. I mean, the restraining order might be permanent, but even with restraining order, you might be able to regain your physical rights back because they're withholding your rights for no physical reason. But I mean, you did lose them for a violent crime, but well, that's why they have those new fancy doctors that people can decide if they want to get older or not. What is it, like 23 states that now do assistant smurfing for people that are just too weak-minded to carry on in life. Hell, I met a young gentleman today that words hurt his feelings. And he was emotional. He was going to come beat me up because he didn't like my hat. Because it's my YouTube, asshole, and that's what I'm yapping about. You don't fucking like it? Get the fuck out of here. What the fuck? You don't like what I gotta say? Fucking stage left, motherfucker. Bye-bye. Jesus. I am not dealing with stupid. Come on here acting like you're some kind of god. My name is Drew. I'm a god. I need attention. I'm Drew. Fucking Drew. He was. Jesus was 33 when he took the big powerful ride, the lightning bolt up. So, well, when I first started my working career, I was a utility engineer for a railroad. So I was a high voltage electrician. That was one of my first career jobs. Welder, electrician, mechanic. I was a jack of all trades, master of none. Paid the bills though. Paid the bills pretty good. So, no, like my father always told me, if you learn one job trade, it's probably best to always have about 4 or 5 different types of trades to get into because you never know where the work's got. You never know because some days your trade is hot on the money, and the next day you could be out of work for 3 or 4 years, depending on what you do. So it's just and when I started the workforce at 16, well, 15 and a half, I was always begatting to the old boys, and the more I worked in the trades, the more I started listening to the old boys, and the old boys are right. I mean, they've been in the trades for 50 years. They know what they're talking about. I mean, they've dealt with their union rep BS for years, and well, that's. You might have to move to another state and just ignore the restraining order and just be able to. I mean, because if you leave the state, move to a different state, then the restraining order doesn't exist to. I mean, because it's not an actual federal restraining order; it's state bound. So you can have your rights reinstated because if it's just restraining order bound, it's only state based. It's not federal based. So move to a different state and say F it. There's always ways around it. Oh, as glorifying as World War III would be, no country could actually afford to actually. I mean, we're so stuck in economic world trade that if China attacked us, they'd bankrupt themselves in 30 days. They'd run out of oil, so it'd be a short war. Same thing with Russia. You got your big 7. You can't even count Europe anymore. No offense to my European friends, but when it comes to military strategy and all that, Europe is basically they proved during this little 2-week conflict in Iran that they're not really worth much, especially military. And if the United States cut all of our military and military funding from the UN, from NATO and all that, they're pretty much SOL when it comes to self-defense. I mean, all their nuclear missiles and all that are connected to us. So we just shut them down. So, I mean, yeah, if you can move to a different state and reinstate your rights, you know, because you're being held up on just a restraining order. So, well, China is running it. I mean, that's pretty much what Trump's done is he's cut all their gas and all their fuel off. So, strategy wise, it's a winning solution because you know if you have all these people that can't, you know, if you can't move it, because you need gasoline, you need diesel to move an army. If you ain't got no fuel, you ain't moving. So, and Russia's submarines are so freaking loud. Space Force can find them. We can check them at 1,000 feet deep. We can find their subs. Man, they're loud. You know, they're supposed to be state of the art spy submarines. we can find them quickly with Space Force. We know where they're at. You know, I still think we should bring Ronald Reagan's theory back, though. I think we need space lasers, but you know, Russian submarines are loud. They're. I mean, for the billions of dollars they've spent for them, I mean, their technology is so presque that's. We just had a little smurf up here in the North Atlantic with U.S. submarines and Russian submarines and NATO ships and all that. We found the sub within like 10 minutes. And we just kind of played a cat and mouse game with them for a couple hours. And the Russian sub decided, we're out of here. So, it's kind of like this whole Iranian war thing, you know. And what our lovely leftists don't understand, especially with Islam, because Democrats are weak talking people, but Islam understands strength, right? They're ruled by strength. They're ruled by, they're like the God mode, you know. That's what they emphasize on. So if you come out with a weak point strategy, they're gonna laugh at you. You know what I mean? But if you come out with, hey, I'm just gonna annihilate every freaking one of you. I don't care. You and I will all be smurfed today. They're like, oh yeah, you've already smurfed all of our world leaders, and you know, you've blown up all of our missiles and ships, and you know, sure. But you know, that's one thing our Democratic friends have never figured out, that Islam is ruled by strength. You know, they go by glory. It's a religious battle. And on a religious battle, you're always glorifying for the gods, not really your personal self. So, you know, maybe one day Democrats will pull their heads out of their buttholes and we'll have a better society. I doubt it, but you know, it's wishful thinking. I kind of miss you. I mean, I've never really been a big fan of Democrats, but I kind of miss the old school Democrats. You know, at least they had some kind of common sense. You know. Oh. Welcome in. Hit the like button. And if you feel sassy, sub and share, and, you know. Because we're trying to hit 200 before Sunday. I think we were like 13 away when I started this. It might only be like less, but you know, who knows? I haven't checked in an hour and 19 minutes. When I was in Afghanistan, we had a dugout and a train. Afghanistan was such a clusterfuck. But of course, you had Obama, so there was that. Right, chicken? People are so freaking. So I was holding this door. I got a little short story to tell you. So I was holding this door for this guy in a wheelchair, right? And this lady walked by. She said, I don't need you to hold my door. I'm like, okay, bitch, I'm holding the door for him. You're just kind of here. So, you know, maybe just say thank you and just walk through the door and not be just a pain in the ass. Oh, you have domestic violence? Yeah, it might be kind of a. I mean, you should be able to. I mean, it's been 10 years. You should be able to have that DV squashed, though. your attorney should have, because I mean it's been 10 years, so yeah, you should be able to get that taken off your criminal record. Yeah, I mean it's probably never going to remove the protection order, but you should be able to have that. Your lawyer should be able to get that squashed. I'm wishing you luck, man. We got you. Where's this damn grump? You know, chicken. In my thought process, this is because this is Grumpy's hangout, right? Right. We welcome grumpy people here. Man, you think I have like 4 billion subscribers by now with all the world grumpy people? Apparently, we need to make the world grumpier so I get more subs. You know, get some more viewers. That was my thought the other day. That apparently the world's not grumpy enough. Oh, it's too hot in Florida. No, I was thinking about that the other day. Shit, I should have like 4 billion subscribers by now, because it's Grumpy's hangout. But I got a few friends that live in Florida. I've been to Florida many times, but I've been to all the states many times, but. I like South Florida. I like being down by the Keys, but I like sailing too, so it's nice to be out in the open water. I just came across your channel. Well, I mean, it depends on the scenario. But because I'm an old man. I'm a grumpy old man. It happens. It's just you can be grumpy happy, just don't be a grumpy dick. You know what I mean, chicken? I mean, there's a lot of people who are just like grumpy dicks, and that's just. But you get to that point where you're just like, and you kind of have fun with it. You can be grumpy without being a dick, because being a dick just makes you an a-hole. This isn't a-hole's hangout; it's Grumpy's hangout. Oh, what do you do? I don't know how old you were, but like my grandparents, my granddads were always grumpy. It's just because they've been married for 50 plus years, and right, and just kind of, but you can still have a civil conversation. They were still grumpy old men. I know my last ex-wife. She's like, "You're my grumpy old man." Well, I appreciate you. You know what I mean? Better not to directly. Somebody. Well. Some days, some days I can't hold my tongue. So it's just especially, I mean, if the person has common sense, like I had a guy on here earlier, and he just pissed me off. I mean, people can say whatever they want here, but there comes to a point, I still have to protect my channel, because it's my channel, and I don't want to get automatically kicked off because people can't bite their tongue. But this guy was just way off the wall. I'm like, yeah, just go away. I mean, I had to wipe my butt with the pine cone. I bet that was a little prickly there, corn. I mean, I'd rather use a. Oh no, I told him to F off. He left pretty quickly. I mean, but. It just, and sometimes I hold my tongue pretty good, but this guy was just that instantaneous. I don't like you. You know what I mean? Just that you suck as a person. I mean, you deliberately came here just to be a monkey butt, and just See, like this Jay guy, he suffers from small member syndrome. He come here just to tell the whole world he's a pervert, and we should all call his local PD to have him investigated because he's a pervert, because he's thinking about checking out little kids. That's what I'm talking about. You always get that certain little pervert like Jay Clips here that likes to spy on little kids. No, you, dude. I'm gonna call. I got your home address right now. I'm gonna call your local PD and have you checked out. Just because you came here to tell the whole world that you're a creep that perverts on little children. So we'll see how your life works on that one, because you're a pervert in little playgrounds checking out little kids. Go away. Right? I mean, these trolls are so stupid. No, you're not kidding, dude. Your local PD is going to be called after I get off my live stream because you're a pervert. You can't even hide now. I have your home address and everything. That's how dumb you trolls are. You come on here with URLs and all that. You're simple to find. No, dude. No. There ain't no sorry about this. No, you're going to be investigated by your local PD because you're a pervert. Well, you better get out of here then, because I'm not going to play your stupid little troll game. Go away. Jesus Christ almighty. Right? I mean, these little, you better get, kid, because it takes 3 seconds to find your home address and have you checked. You're not that intelligent. Don't come and check YouTubers because you got a small brain. Go away. You're very easy to find. That's how stupid these kids are. Oh, I'm going to be funny. I'm going to be a troll and make stupid comments. God, kids are stupid. Oh, Jesus Christ almighty. I tell you. What do you do? Well, I mean, no, sometimes I get some funny trolls, but when you get stupid idiots like that, you know, when they come on here to just, you know, what kind of fish do you catch, Mr. Sir? You know, and of course, my mod is on hiatus right now, so nice. What kind of shark? Shark actually tastes pretty good. I like shark. I like swordfish too, but you know. Can you comment on the allegations I saw in there? Link DMs. Apparently, someone is making exposure videos about. Oh yeah, nice. Total bunch of lies, but all right. I mean, unless you got the videos to prove it. Oh, nice. A little sand shark or like a little bull shark? What kind of shark? It's good. I like shark. No. Oh, all right. Yeah, bull shark tastes pretty good. Yeah. Then you got little trolls like this that comes on here with their false analogies, and people are dumb. What the hell? I mean, they're not even creative anymore. They just come up with complete asinine, you know, on my DMs. Come on now. Oh. Hold that thought. I gotta go yell at goats real quick. I will be back in like 15 seconds. Oh. I'm letting my goats free range, and they, you know, most days they're pretty good, but for some reason they keep wanting to gather up to the road and try and get hit by a car. So I have goats. So, well, my adult children have goats, but when he left the goats, and so now they've kind of become my little side hobby. Because, you know, they gotta eat and they need water and all that. I mean, eventually he'll come get his goats. I mean, not talking poop about my son, but you know, they are his goats. So when he actually has a place to put them, he'll come get them. I mean, I got a lot of property, so I'm not really too worried about it. But fences are overrated. I got a lot of property for them. I mean, you know, and for the most part, I yell at them. They come back, and you know. No, I restarted. Just where have you been? Were you like? Did you get lost? One of his goats and so goat. Oh. I like goat. I mean, kind of. I like goat milk and cheese. I mean, that was kind of why they bought because I got two big dairy goats that they got off a creamery. You know, they produce a lot of. But of course, they didn't get pregnant this year, so we won't get any goat milk this year. So because my buck was apparently didn't get the job done. I mean, they were in with him for 2 months, so I don't know. Old Bucky just apparently lost his flirting, I guess, in the animal nature world, I guess. But you know, oh, you know, goats are a pain in the butt, but they're funny, and they got a lot. They're a spirited animal. They got a lot of spirit and a lot of character. Kind of like I don't know if you've ever raised cattle, but cattle and horses are the same way. They got a lot of interesting behavior and all that. So they ate you. What? They are you. My goats are me? I don't feel like a goat. I don't think so. Could be. I don't know. But no, I mean normally with my trolls though, I like to play around with. But that last guy, he was just you know, I can't stand people like that. I didn't mean 8 Google correct. Okay. Uh, oh, that's all right. We won't judge you. Yeah, I lived in a cow farm before. They seem dangerous. Amazingly, cows kill a lot of people every year. You wouldn't really think about it, but cows can be dangerous. You know, they're a big animal, and sometimes I mean that's like on dairy farms. I know you got all these animal rights protective people that are like, oh, you're taking the babies. Well, yeah, because the mama cow will kill the baby because that's just when you have a lot of hormones and they're enraged, they will literally stomp their baby into the ground. You know, but you got all these city people trying to save the world. City people should like worry about their city water, you know, and their environment, and leave the farm people the hell alone. Because city people don't know shit about farming. You know, they think they know, but because they watched a video or something, but they don't know. That's just the truth of the matter. It's like stay in your city, drink your gay frog water, and leave farming to the people that you know that do it. Because if you've met a rancher that's 90 years old, the man knows what he's doing. You know, I mean, it, awesome sauce. You should like sub and subscribe because Jesus loves you too, there, Panda sauce man. But, you know, ranching's fun. I mean, I'm a hobby farmer. You know, I like hobby farming. My first ex-wife's family, they had a big dairy when we were first together. We had a couple hundred head of cows, you know. And some of those old knives could be a little bit grumpy, you know. Well, I mean, the dairy market kind of goes up and down, you know, and so they sold out because the dairy market just completely just freaking crashed, and they couldn't even afford to feed the cows anymore. So they were like, just boop, and they sold everything off. But I mean, they'd been in business for like 50 years, and then one bad market. Well, it was like 5 years of bad markets, pretty much just wiped out the dairy. But my friends that bought the dairy, I mean, they're doing better. The market went back up, but and they've invested in a lot more modernizing of the you know so. Well, I should run over there one of these days and see how they're doing. Just go say hi. I haven't seen them in a few years, but I'm not really over in that area that much. So, oh, so the land that I'm on, I own a few properties. No, Because one thing about property, you can never own too much land, and it always has a value that keeps going up. See, homes fluctuate, you know what I mean? But property itself, bare land, because I can subdivide it and sell it in parcel for 100 times or 1,000 times what I purchased the property for. I can split it up, and it's a long-term game. So, how long do you live for, by the way? Well, I'm probably going to go for about another 10 minutes and cut this one off. Then I'm probably going to come on early because it's my second live stream for the day. So, and I really wasn't going to do this one, but I got home from the store. I was like, I'm going to procrastinate, so I'm going to go live. And then people started showing up. And, I'll probably stay here as long as people keep on talking, because I need to get my numbers up a little bit. Oh, happy birthday to your brother for turning 18 years old today. He's a young adult. Well, it depends what kind. I mean, there's a lot of land options you can do chicken. I mean, sometimes you can go through an escrow company with a small proportion of money down, and then just make monthly payments on the land for a certain amount of years, and then you have a full out buyout like after a 5-year period, which is actually the best way to go. That and there's a lot of escrow. There's a lot of escrow land out there that you can purchase depending on what you're looking for. So. All right, that's great for you that you have no personal respect for yourself and you're going to come on a YouTuber's channel and make yourself look dumb. All right, that's awesome. They're a funny guy. I mean, I have no self-respect, so I'm going to surf around the internet telling people that I'm pooping myself. What is wrong with people today? Literally, what is wrong with your brain that you didn't think that's for going, I'm going to go on this guy's show and go, I'm pooping my pants. Should everybody stop what you're doing and applaud this funny guy for pooping himself? Come on. Round of applause for poopy pants. What the? Oh my God. I just, woo. I don't understand people. Just what the, but you know what I mean? Check that. I mean, depending on what area and what state you live in, you can find actually reasonably cheap property that's up for escrow sales, where for a small portion down, and then the landowner typically will carry the escrow contract with you, so you don't have to go through a bank. Unless you got good credit, then you can just like cash it out. Depending on what you want to do. And build your own home or put a whole bunch of little mini homes on the property, just live in a mini home community, You can do that too and just build a barn, It's all in what you really want to do in life, I mean, you're young, so you got some thoughts of what you want to do, It's kind of. But a lot of people actually go into the mini home because the land taxes stay reasonably cheap, and you're not being taxed for an actual physical home, and you put like 3 or 4 little mini homes on there, then your taxes are still way a lot cheaper, and you can build a mini home for about $25,000 versus spending $400,000 or $500,000 on buying a home or building a home. So it's just all really what you want to do. I mean, yeah, if you live in Kentucky, man, you guys have that mini home advantage there, and a tiny home's not bad. You can create it like you want to. I mean, just have one for your bedroom quarters, and then you can have a kitchen area, and then you can have a kind of a family cabin, where everybody hangs out, Build a big burn pit, big covered burn pit. Everybody hangs out around the burn pit, So, I don't know. I mean, I've had big homes in my life. It takes a lot of work to keep a big home clean. You know what I mean? You're always cleaning in a big home. At least in a tiny home, get a leaf blower, blow it outside, and be done with it, right? America's great, Jess. I like America. It's been my home for 44 years. It's my home. So, I mean, we have some blasé swap people that kind of make life difficult, but because they don't like their own life, so they got to complicate it. They're not happy with their own life, so they figure that if they're not happy, they gotta make everybody else's life suck. This to be truth. Hey, Matt, what's going on? My background? No, it's just a picture. It's just green screen. If it was AI, I'd have dancing leprechauns and and beach girls going woo. No, it's just a green screen. I think I had a question actually. All right, I think it's a complexity question. On what's that, chicken? Yeah, that's crazy. What do you mean, Matt? That's crazy. No, because it's just green screen. It's just some picture. Normally, I got a tool shelf behind me, and but and America's. I mean, I've been to every state and tens of thousands of cities. America's a beautiful state with beautiful country with beautiful people, and it's like this whole racist BS that they keep bringing up. I've never seen it, and I've been traveling the United States for 25 years, from coast to coast. I've never seen it. I've never seen this whole and digger frickin' everybody hates each other. You find more hate online than you do in reality in person. So, I know everybody likes to spread this. Oh, you're all hateful. And you hate each other. No, actually, we don't. It's just they just try to keep up this false narrative hate going on to keep us separated and segregated, and it's bullshit. So my picture is pointless, I guess. Or are you talking about like the whole? Somebody used to punch me in the morning every at school. Well, quit punching yourself. Or find somebody that doesn't swing at you when they're sleeping. That would be. Or don't have that person come into your room. No. I mean, racism bullshit. I mean, I've been to black, brown, Asian, Indian, frickin' communities. I've never met physical. I mean, Asian communities. Never seen racism. I haven't seen it. Just physically in person. I've never witnessed it. I've never. People are very friendly, kind, and I don't understand this whole. Yeah, but it's you're looking at a small percentage of. I mean, not that they're not atrocious and they're horrible, but I mean, we have 341 million people in America. You're looking at such a. And people try to make the smallest percent. And and we've had school shootings since the 80s. When I was a kid, we were doing. That's my problem. Biggest problem with governments is, they try to use it for a political theater and actually trying to stop the actual issue. If schools are in danger, protect the schools. I don't want to hear about this. We're going to strip everybody of their rights, or we're just going to. We have a better plan. But then between Democrats, nobody ever fixes anything. It's just all political bullshit theater. Stop using the death of young kids and all that to try to win an election. Actually, do your job, and maybe we'd have a better chance at life. But and Republicans aren't they're not the best party in the world. I mean, I'm gonna stick being a Republican until the day I die, because I could never be a Democrat because I feel dirty about myself. But the only thing Democrats have right now is talking points. They have no solutions. Their whole solution is we're going to get rid of the president. Taking the president away doesn't change Congress not doing their job. It doesn't change the fact that state governors and state governments aren't doing their job. Right? So we have a country of over 6 million government employees not doing their job, but for some damn reason it's one man's fault. That's ludicrous. It's completely ludicrous in the whole. But I have gathered though that we as a whole society though we put so much pressure on one man instead of forcing everybody to do their jobs. You know what I mean? Or am I pro-Trump? I'm pro-America, and he's the president. I don't care if you like the president or not. You should be pro-America, and he's the president. So, I mean, you should support the office. Because, one thing about it, if we go down, we all go together. It doesn't matter if it's a Democrat president or a Republican president. So, the whole thing, oh my God, it's Trump. Well, so? It's just a name. It's the opposite you got to respect. You know, people are so. I think somewhere between. I mean, most people are conservative liberal. I mean, on their viewpoints. If you actually sit down and talk to somebody, you'll actually agree. If you like just actually have a physical conversation with somebody, you have a lot of the same physical ideas and you want a lot of the same physical things. But the problem is when you get a gaggle of chickens from left to right, all they want to do is just crow at each other. I hate politics and war. Well, as long as you have politics, you're going to have war. It's just human nature. It's been going on for thousands of years. Well, it's just part of human nature. I mean, we are just a bunch of apes, trying to growing, but to a point, war has its justification. To a point, I mean, if you go to war with a nation because they're killing their own citizens or they're threatening other nations, then yeah, war is justified. If you're just going to war just to kill people, it's not. There's no justification, and then you're just causing without. I think it's an alien solid, and it would be warless. We've had aliens on planet Earth for hundreds of thousands of years, so that's just an idiotic statement. And they walk. There's like 23 alien species that walk among us, so that's just asinine. I mean, there's historical writings of them all over the place. So, because you know, not to burst your bubble, but you think about it, between the next here and the next planetarial section, you're talking like a billion years and transportation across. So, you know, whatever alien species came here, they came here to integrate. They didn't, that's just point blank. You don't just travel through the solar system. That's not reality. It makes great TV, but even at speed of light or 10 times the speed of light, it'd still take you hundreds, thousands of years to get to a next planetary. So it's just it's a dream. But basically, we humans, we are stuck on our little speck of dirt, our little sand pebble out there in the great unknown. It's like our they call them astronauts, but we've never actually had humans go into outer space. They go to our upper atmosphere because the moon is in our upper atmosphere. They've never left the protection of the Earth. So we've never actually been into outer space. So, but it's like I was watching this other YouTuber the other day, and they were talking about the government lies. Well, yeah, the government lies. If the government told you the actual physical 100% truth, you'd have chaos and panic in the streets. So sometimes you have to lie to the masses to keep them calm and polite, in a civil society. I know everybody thinks it's kind of weird, but, just think about it. If you told 8 billion people the truth, what do you think is going to happen? We wouldn't have any government leaders anymore. There would be an uprising. Cities would burn. Billions of people would be sacrificed, So sometimes that little white lie carries 8 billion people to happiness where they don't want to burn the world to the ground. Just in general. Are we supposed to be happy that the government lies to us? No. Do we take it with a grain of salt? Yes. No. But what do you do? I mean, I built my small little world here that I enjoy. If the economy was to crash tomorrow, I would be fine. I mean, I'd probably have to build like 80-foot walls and gun turrets and all that, but just to. What do I think about Charlie Kirk? I think Charlie Kirk was killed by Tyler Robinson with a 30-06 that used old grain frickin' reloads that with cheap ammunition and that shattered in his neck, which is mathematically correct, especially after Tyler Robinson admitted that he shot him. So I don't get stuck in this whole false conspiracy about people grifting trying to make money off somebody's death. No, I don't. No, he was killed by a selfish person that didn't want to have a conversation. I mean, that's the world we live in today. That people tend to not to want to conversate anymore. They just want to. I was just at the. Sweet, I can do that. They should be coming back into. I think today they're coming back in, aren't they? I think that yeah. I think that was today that they're supposed to come back into Earth's atmosphere, back into onto planetarial and hit the ocean. Or is that tomorrow? No, it's today. Nice. I will go check that out as soon as I get done with my live stream. Come check out your video. I was actually the day they launched. I was gonna, but I gotta get my new laptop because so I can start showing more videos and making the channel more interesting. But hold on. Hey, get over here! Come on, get up here! Come on, goats! Come on! Let's go, Mary! Hurry up! Come on, George! Get off the road! You big fat morons! Good God! Stupid goats. At least they listen like dogs, though, so they're getting better. Yes, I'm in my car. That's why I have the green screen. If I go inside the house, then we'd have to. I couldn't talk because I have so many dogs. Hey, Yuki, it's all right. I wasn't gonna do this live stream anyways. I just kind of got bored and I just did one. No, I'm in my car. I would love to stream inside my house, but with my dogs, I wouldn't be able to have a actual conversation because they'd be like, bark, 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 bark. I'd just be going crazy. I've been acting in the mirror and yeah, well, that's why I come on live, Yuki, so I can entertain myself and meet new people. So I think we're only gonna go for about 8 more minutes though, and then we're gonna come on later on another live stream. This makes 4 hours today, so we'll come on later. We should get one more like, though. We need one more like before we take off here in 8 minutes. I'm actually that late. Am I? Yeah, I'm hour and 52 minutes. We was on for a minute. It's all right. It's all right. We took care. We only had one horrible troll that we had to discriminate against because he was just a poivert. Come on. Talking inappropriate things about looking at children on playgrounds. We had to get rid of him, but for the most part, everybody's actually been doing pretty good. I don't know why. That's weird. Yeah. Well, I was like, Eric. Yeah, he was on here. He was like, yeah, well, you were out there looking at the children on the playground. He was trying to tell on himself that he looks at kids on playgrounds. I'll go check out your channels as soon as did you subscribe there, Triggers? That way it's easier to find you. You weren't here. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna bust your balls about it. But yeah, he was just a weird thinking he's all hot and done, and and I was like, no. So he pissed me off, and I had to tell him to get bent. Well, it takes a lot, but you start talking about little kids and all that, and all that shit just pisses me right off. I don't like those kind of people. I have the philosophy for where they should be sent, and it's probably not a lovely mental place. That that's for another day and another chat. Maybe we'll talk about that on the next live stream here later after dinner. About where I think those people should be. No, I guess we did on the first one. Have you seen Palm Beach Pete? No, but I can Google it. Yeah, those people should just be strung up by their personal areas and beat with a baseball bat like a piñata. I was like, there was a group of people. They were pedo hunters, right? They'd go out and to keep their community safe. you know, and they track these people down. They put the fear of God into them so that, you know, and then they were arresting those poor people. Oh my God, they just want to keep them off their playgrounds and stuff and out of their schools. I mean, what's wrong with that, you know? Peace of mind. But, you know, some of them were probably getting a little overly exaggerated, but, you know, God has a certain control. Humans still have free will, and, you know, they need to be a little bit more, you know, composure, and they need to start using a, you know, about that one, but I don't know. Maybe we'll go for it. No, maybe, yeah, no, I don't know. I mean, I know people need to start taking personal responsibility for their actions and quit blaming other people for, you know, because to me that's you got to take personal responsibility. If you've done something stupid, own it. You know. Hey, I still got 4 minutes. I still got to go on this one. Yeah, that's true. I mean, what you say you got to watch, but that's all right. So, I lost track of thought. Anyways. Mm-hmm. So, are you going to be on later, Yuki? You want me to send you a message for the nighttime live stream? Remember to like, share. I don't know. Do you remember me from? Yeah, Jess, you've been here for like the last 2 hours. Yeah, I'll comment. I'll tell you. I'll give you like a 20-minute head start notice before we go live later tonight. Nice. I'm 6'2", 260 something. I'm just a tiny little fella. Well, yeah, because every time you come in, you say hi, Just. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's not like I got thousands of people coming in right now. I mean, when we start getting thousands of people, I'll probably forget who you were. But who's that, Just? I mean, but you got Just AI. You know, it's kind of a easy name to remember. No, but I mean, normally when things go bad, I got my little mod there. She smurfs people for me when they're out of touch with reality. So that way I don't have to get mad at people for being silly billies, which works out perfectly. Exactly, Yuki. You got the God mode. You're like, bam, you're out of here. You're gone. But I mean, just every now and then you got to give people their due diligence, and you know, and because I really don't like cursing at people or losing my composure because they're. But I mean, don't come on here accusing me of looking at little. I mean, that's gonna set me off and just whoa, angrily. But you know, so got my dog laying on my foot. Nice. So, well, you know what they always say. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us. Oh, hey Yuki, this is your minute warning. Get your hey messages going on. That was my apology, Yuki. I totally forgot. So, well, like we always say here at Grumpy's Hangout, if you can't be happy, let's be grumpy together. And I'll see y'all later tonight. You all have a good one. Thanks for hanging out with us.